One of the hot decks in the early days of Darkmoon Faire has been Tickatus Warlock, so I thought I would give it a try for myself. The plan is basically to survive as a control warlock, and then we play this guy to mill 5 cards from the opponent, and then we play Yashiraj to get another copy to mill another 5 cards from the opponent. And when the opponent loses a third of their deck, it should be pretty easy to just be a control warlock. If milling those 10 cards isn't enough, I've also got a couple copies of Philosophy for some extra greed. So theoretically, we could copy Tickatus twice, and then get 3 more of them from Yashiraj, and mill 30 cards from the opponent's deck. But obviously that's pretty extreme. We're looking at maybe like 1 extra. So mill 15 cards, pretty insane if it happens. But Philosophy's got some other pretty good targets in the deck as well. I'm playing a Soul Fragment package, so maybe we can copy Spirit Jailer for some more fragments, or Void Drinker as another payoff card. I've also got 2 copies of Moarg Artificer, because I do still want to be playing Nether Breath as my healing card. And speaking of demons that go with Nether Breath, I'm playing 2 copies of Circus Amalgam, because it turns out this thing is just pretty good as a 4-mana 4/5 taunt, and it activates both demon and dragon synergies. The last of those dragon synergies, of course, is Crazed Netherwing, and the last of those demon synergies is going to be Free Admission. Now, for the payoff of this card, we want a lot of demons. The deck isn't quite all demons. I do play a Sociologist Militia and 2 Crazed Netherwings, and Yashiraj, I guess. So I play 4 non-demons, but I think I do play 10 demons. So we do hit the discount off Free Admission sometimes, and even if we miss, it's still Arcane Intellect, so pretty good card. I think the final new card that we're playing is Cascading Disaster. Now, obviously 4-mana Deadly Shot is not that good, but if you corrupt it just once, it's pretty good, and then corrupting it twice, it's insane. But more importantly, this is a card we can cast for 0 on the Yashiraj turn. Otherwise, it might be awkward to spend our whole turn just playing Yashiraj and the Tickatus. We might just die if we do that. So it's nice to have something to stabilize the board a bit on that turn. Probably just want Tickatus against Priest. Hit the wrong big legendary, but probably useful at some point. Cthulhu. If I manage to mill one of his pieces of Cthulhu, he's probably going to be pretty sad. Not going to be able to cast the Free Admission next turn without overdrawing. Might have to just like burn a School Spirits or something. My hand is awkward. Ow. Rude. I guess I just play that because it costs 4 mana. I guess I'll just coin out Broodmother. Maybe the AoE from Crazed Netherwing is relevant at some point. Wow, 2 Cthulhu pieces already. That's not what I wanted to see. I can corrupt this. Probably worth it. Or corrupt it, cascade it. I could have waited to get more value out of it, but then like his 6/6 value trade, so I like lose a 4/6 hoping to kill one other thing from him. Probably not really worth it. Seems like a nice Netherwing turn. Not the strongest raised dead I've seen. Let's play this, then we can tap, then we can shoot. I do want to keep tapping for Tickatus. I think I just win the game if I find it in a timely fashion. Plus I want to mill one of his Cthulhu pieces if possible.
You're not laughing.
That's a big minion. Ten cards in hand. I guess I'll do this, and then next turn it should be easier to tap. If this gets too out of control, I do have another. Never thought I'd see 3 Cthulhu's body in the same game. Oh, Tickatus. Tickatus. Well, I guess I just want another here. It's kind of overkill on this board, but I think that's fine. I guess I could go like trade Dark Skies, free admission, Spirit Jailer. Try to dig for Philosophy. Philosophy might be relevant. He still has a lot of cards. I don't know. I probably just want to play Tickatus next turn if I can. There's always a world where he has like Mindrender Lucia or something. So the faster I can play this, the better.
The future is clear.
Oh, that's scary. Don't steal my Tickatus, please. Number 4 on Cthulhu's body. Soul Mirror, Murazond, Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, and a piece of Cthulhu. Holy shit. That was a really good mill. Sure, Shadow or Death is strong. There's Philosophy. I think I do want to use this to copy my Tickatus. So let's just do this. Dump this demon. And then next turn I can Yashiraj, maybe Cascading Disaster if necessary. And then I can Tickatus on the next 2 turns. Although maybe this is a risky way to play it if he has Mindrender Lucia. I'm gonna take the risky line. I get to mill more cards, and that's just cool. Also, there's just a good chance he doesn't play Mindrender Lucia in the first place. In which case, this is just, I think, objectively the better way to play things.
We will feed on this world.
Come closer. You can trust me.
Interesting. Alright, well I have 8 cards in hand, meaning this does 16 damage, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, so I need to make a hit first. Then this can go face. Dark Skies, copy the big man, play the big man. Alright, I think it's pretty hard to lose from this position. Oh, he did play Mindrender Lucia. Okay. So we lucked out. Oh, wait. I just realized that if he plays a Lucia and then plays my guy, he's still milling the cards from his own deck. So that doesn't even matter. He has to play it before I corrupt it. I figured it out. Alright, well, we don't want to risk the opponent having Archivist Elysiana in his deck, right? So we'll copy another one.
I am out of cards.
Got rid of his Yogg, nice. The double Old God Priest. What if he has 2 more Old Gods in his hand? I'll just go ahead and play this while I still have soul fragments. Oh, another Zeph. Zeph never shuffles anything, right?
The void is filled with
Sure. Destroy 3. We'll play the one that destroys 2, just in case.
It is finished.
Nice. Yeah, that seems like a tough matchup for the Priest. But I did mill, like, all the good cards in his deck. So who knows? Cool. We got a N'Zoth mirror. So this probably just means that the first person to draw Tickatus wins. So I'm gonna hard mulligan for it. My opponent also hard mulliganed. Probably a good sign for me. Good turn one. Spirit Jailer's an okay pickup, because next turn I can tap Jailer. I'm not really sure when I'm ever supposed to actually play Free Admission, because I usually have to give up a life tap to do that, so I'm not really gaining too many cards. Maybe I just play it next turn. My opponent enjoyed playing it on turn 3. I guess maybe I should. Sometimes it gives me a card to play next turn for a discounted cost. Although it didn't this time. So I can't tap here, which I guess means I just want to coin this out. I do have a double Artificer, double Nether Breath hand, so I shouldn't need to worry at all about my health total. Not that I think health total is particularly relevant in this matchup. He got the discount off his free admission. This animation is really just unacceptable. Why did that take so long? Alright, 9 cards in hand, so let's go tap. And then I might just tempo down a Moarg Artificer, honestly. I need the hand space for tapping. And like I said, I don't really think I'm that worried about my health in this matchup. Always enjoy a nice life tap. I guess I'll spend some mana on this. There's a dragon for my Crazed Netherwing. Could also go for Artificers, School Spirits. I'd have to deal 1 to this somehow. I guess it would be another breath. That's not great. It's probably just Netherwing, Nether Breath. I did corrupt my Cascading Disaster there, which is nice. Not sure how relevant it is in the matchup, though. I wouldn't mind drawing a free admission for myself.
This'll make the pain go.
Oh, 2 soul fragments into Sociologist? You love to see it. Well, I didn't life tap last turn, which means I probably would like to this turn. Let's just go ahead and shuffle some soul fragments. Should be good for the 7-drop next turn. I'll have the mana and the hand space to tap Militia. Oh, there's Tickatus. Okay. I actually stopped tapping now that I drew that, right? Let's go ahead and play Militia. I do want to get demons out of my hand so I can philosophy this Tickatus. But I don't know if I really want to play Moarg Artificer with this board. I can Artificer here. Artificer, Breath, Amalgam. I mean, realistically, philosophy on the Tickatus is overkill at this point, isn't it? Oh, and he milled his tick. So yeah, this game should just be over, right? He taps. He can't win in fatigue anyway. Oh. He decided to sit there and watch the rope burn all the way down. Alright, so I played a good number of games with Tickatus Warlock. I ended up going 8-5 with the deck, which is pretty solid. But there are some changes I would make to the deck. For one, Philosophy's cool, but it's definitely overkill. So I'd probably end up cutting both copies of that. Free Admission is another card that I wasn't super happy with, but I didn't hate it either, so it may or may not stay in the deck. 2 copies of School Spirits might not be totally necessary. I've got 2 Soulshare and 2 Spirit Jailer, with my only payoff cards being 1 Void Drinker and 1 Militia. So 2 School Spirits might be a little bit much. So yeah, I can cut like 1 School Spirits, double Philosophy. I think in place of Philosophy, Mortal Coil's probably good. Use it to dig for the Tickatus. It has synergy with Moarg Artificer, so it's probably just nice. And then maybe in place of the School Spirits, we play a Void Drinker. 3 payoff cards versus 5 Fragment Generators seems pretty nice. There's some other stuff you can do too. Maybe you can play like... I think a lot of people play Alexstrasza as another way to corrupt the Tickatus. But I didn't really feel like that was much of an issue, and Alex feels pretty clunky, I would say. And since we're playing Circus Amalgams, I don't think we really need the extra dragon. I've also seen some people play Strongman, but I feel like that's probably a bit greedy. I never really felt like I needed this card in any of my games, although it is pretty damn good with Twisting Nether. Maybe something to look at. It's a little bit hard to say what else could go in this deck. because it is a control deck after all, and generally you have to respond to the meta. And on day 2, or day 3, I don't really know what the meta is. So I could see a lot of other potential tweaks to this deck being pretty good. Oh, there was something else I forgot. Another corrupted card. Circus Medic? Yeah, I think most people play this card. I don't know. I didn't really feel like it was necessary. And it seemed like it could clog the hand with Yashiraj, so that was one of the reasons I didn't want to play it. But it is probably a pretty solid card. I don't know what you cut for it though. Maybe free admission? Maybe if you want to play this, you have to start cutting into either the Dragon or the Soul Fragment package. I think I like the deck as is for now though.